The phrase, I tap into your blessing, or I tap into your successful marriage, or such like, is commonly used in some Christian communities, especially in Pentecostal or charismatic circles. It's meant to express a desire to receive or align with the grace of or the favor someone else is experiencing, often with the belief that what God has done for one person, He can also do for another. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Ifechi Family. From time to time, especially during my live stream, we talk about this people saying, oh, I tap into your blessing, I tap into this, and I tap into your marriage, I tap into your success, and all the rest of it. And I always say that people should mind what they tap into. And all this, and sometimes we use the words like pine one tappers, mind what you're tapping. And seriously, let's look at this, let's look at this seriously. From biblical standpoint, the phrasing can be a bit misleading or potentially misunderstood. And here is the breakdown. The first bit is theologically. Theologically, blessings come from God, not from people. While someone else's life can inspire faith, blessings are not something you can tap into from others like a power source. Let me repeat this. Blessings come from God, not from people. While someone else's life can inspire faith, blessings are not something you can tap into from others like a power source. Okay? The next thing, theologically as well, biblical encouragement would be more like, Lord, I see how you've blessed them or this person. I believe you can bless me too in your own way and your own time. That might be a better way of putting it. Or by faith and petition, you can now say, by faith and petition, you emphasized in the Bible rather than trying to assess someone else's portion. Faith and petition are emphasized in the Bible rather than trying to assess someone else's portion. Then, spiritually, it's great to be inspired by what God has done for others. But the right posture is one of faith, humility, and personal relationship with God. Yeah, not by tapping and all that. You have to have faith, be humble, and have a personal relationship with God. In saying some of these things, maybe there are better or alternative ways you can ask for that than just saying, I tap into this. Better alternatives are things like, I'm believing God for a blessing like that one, that of yours too. Your testimony really builds my faith. You can say things like that. You can say, may God do it for me as well. And then you work towards whatever it is that you love about that person or about those people. Say, may God do it as well for me. And then you work towards it as well. Then other faith-filled alternatives you can also use are, I receive what God has done for me in this season. Start claiming something. Just say you receive what God has done for you in this season, even though you have not seen it, but you can start claiming it. Then you can also say, may God, who blessed you also remember me. Or, I believe God can do it for me too. I connect my faith with yours for a similar testimony. These are just alternatives that we can use instead of tapping. You can also say, Lord, I see your hand in this person's life. Do it again in mine. I'm trusting God for a breakthrough like this. Or you can say, may God replicate this kind of favor in my life. Or you can say, I claim my own testimony in Jesus' name. Or, this is encouraging. I know my turn is coming. I'll keep trusting and believing God. Or we can say, I'm inspired to believe for greater things too. So these are all alternatives. And when it's to do with something like marriage, because some people say that a lot about marriage as well. If it's to do with marriage, you can pray prayer like, I pray for a joyful, godly marriage like yours. And obviously you walk towards it, both yourself and your spouse. May God give me a home full of peace and love too. And not just praying it, but also taking action. Or you can say, your marriage gives me hope. God is faithful. Something like that will be better than just saying, I tap into this or I tap into that. As you can see, these kinds of expressions, they still carry the faith and excitement, but keep the focus on God as the source, not the person that you are being admired. That is what is very important here. Some of these words, alternatives I just shared with us, they still show some faith, some excitement, anticipation for whatever it is that you want God to do for you. So use such words instead and try as much as possible to avoid using the tap word, because, as I said initially, it's not something that you tap into from others like a power source. No, you have to work out your own, try and do your own best, and then trust God to come forth for you. But you need to use better words from what I just listed today. I hope this has been helpful. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you in my next video. And until I see you again, stop tapping and start trusting and believing and using the alternative words instead. Goodbye and God bless.